especially, yeah, I agree with you that I definitely would not go around introducing myself as a Marxist, because that's not really a word that most people are gonna intuitively
Right.
have the right definition of. I guess I would probably introduce myself as a democratic socialist in most
let's
circumstances.
let's spend, if we may, let's spend the rest of this uh, talking about the democratic in democratic socialism, shall we?
Uh-huh. Shall we?
Because
Let's go.
I wanna let's dig into this because
Okay.
you know me, you know how I feel. I feel that the democratic in democratic socialism is a complete redundancy, another tautology, like I was saying before, that just that essentially is like, in my view, it like makes it look like socialism is not inherently democratic, which,
Mm-hmm.
as we know, it is. Like you can't
Mm-hmm.
have socialism without democracy, and like pretty much almost direct democracy, like not even like liberal
Mm-hmm.
representative democracy, but you have to have a pretty radical form of democracy to have
Yeah.
actual socialism and like definitional socialism. So
Mm-hmm.
I find putting the word democratic in front of it bothersome
Mm-hmm.
personally, despite being in the group Democratic Socialists. What do you think about the word democratic in there?
Etymologically, I think that's how you say that word. You're definitely right.
This is
It
this
is.
whole series, by the way, is just us fucking up the way that say academic words. That's 100% what it's gonna be.
Can't wait. But yeah, like on the fundamental principle of it, it is redundant. I think it's mostly a strategic move because at the same time, at least in the United States, no one knows what socialism means. The average person has a completely warped understanding of it. Um, and so my perception is that it is largely a tactical maneuver to try and distance ourselves from the Leninist tradition and Stalinism, etc.
Hmm.
Um, and that's the lens I look at through.
Right.
And of course, we have on our little sheet, is Lenin left? Or you could probably add to that, is Lenin a socialist?
Right.
Because there are definitely many non-socialist things that he did.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, because of the fact that he and the Russian Revolution are very much the poster childs of socialism in a lot of oh my god, a lot of people's brains. Um, I think the goal is to differentiate ourselves from that, and that is something that I think makes sense. Even though I can see why you would be annoyed by it
Right. Yeah.
because you're very much like a linguistic purist in that sense.
Kind of. I mean,
Kind of.
yeah. I mean, I appreciate the compliment. Which, even if you didn't mean it as one, I'm taking it as one. But I think that part of the frustration for me about the democratic part is that if I if I believe in socialism, um, I would like to say I believe in socialism. I don't really want to have to do this little dance with people where they go, "Oh, but you mean the democratic one, right?" Because again, it's sort of like, oh, I don't know. I could come up with uh, some stupid
Analogy.
analogy, like, oh, one of my favorite movies is Blade Runner. Oh, but you mean the one with Harrison Ford, right? Yeah, yeah, the only one. Like, and I realize there's a sequel, but he's in that one too, so the analogy still stands. But it's, you know what I'm saying, where it's like I don't. It seems to me like it implies that socialism, if not tempered, right, ends up being not democratic, and I feel like that just plays into the same sort of red baiting mentality that we kind of have a history of. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely see your point on that, especially more modern times. I think that we have to be making strides towards essentially making socialism not the S word anymore and
Right.
making it okay to talk about.
Right.
I think part of the reason DSA is called that is related to like the historical context it was originally founded in which like you could dead ass almost be arrested or thrown in prison if you called yourself a
Oh man,
socialist. Like it was,
you could be killed. I mean, it's a lot worse than,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
so I'm sure that context plays into the decision at the time.
Right. But that would make it vestigial, right? That would make it something that
Mhm,
was
mhm,
sort of an evolutionary necessity at a certain time and now no longer necessary.
mhm. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see DSA changing its name at some point, especially as
Really?
its role changes.
You
You
really?
don't see that?
Well, I don't see a lot from DSA. They seem pretty conservative
Oh, damn.
in my what?
Huh?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You
I said hot damn
about what?
because oh,
Because I
about you like going at DSA. You
oh
said like
yeah
I don't see
yeah
a lot. Yeah.
I mean, they like. I mean, we're both in it, but like they strike me, especially National strikes me as very conservative, and
Mm,
like they would rather just sort of like play word games than and on Twitter
yeah.
than actually like fully own the fact that they're socialists. But that's just my estimation.
No.
Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. I was doing good.
Oh, damn.
I was doing good.
That's so sad. Um, but yeah, you see, part of the issue there is that okay, I don't know how deep into DSA inter
Yeah yeah yeah
politics
yeah
I
yeah
should be going,
yeah yeah. Yeah.
but
Let's.
essentially,
Here we go.
at least for your sake, we can cut it if it's not relevant to the video. But
We can cut it's going
uh,
to be the bit because I'm probably not going to cut like very much at all. So everything that
okay,
every time we say
I
we can
see.
cut it, it's probably going to
We'll
end
cut
up
this too.
it's probably going to end up in the recording.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds like a plan.
Oh, here, let me just die real quick.
Is that number 4?
Yeah, it was number 4. Oh, my
Oh,
hubris. Oh, my hubris.
gotta write down how many times you die. That's gonna
Yes.
be my goal to beat that.
Yes. Yes. All right, well, start the
um,
number 4.
yep, yep. Um, but yeah, so essentially, the staff in DSA are ancient. They have been there for a very long time,
Yeah.
and they are not representative of the membership, is what I would say.
Yeah.
And the staff, of course, runs the social media accounts or at least the national social media accounts and all that shit.
And there's like
But
5 of them, right? Like there are very few of them, right?
yeah, I think in total there's like 20 or something.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure,
that's not
but
very many. Yeah.
very few of them.
Yeah.
Um, and they're both from before 2016 when DSA essentially was like remade, or at least the membership was.
Indeed. Yeah.
So for context for people who don't know too much about DSA, before 2016 and the Bernie campaign, DSA had about 5,000 members, and it had been hovering around that for like the past 4 or 5 decades since
Yeah.
DSA was founded. Um,
Right.
since 2016, it's been exploding.
We're up
Now
to over 90,000.
yeah, we're approaching 100,000 very quickly, which is in the course of 4 years, like 5 years, I guess, like a 20 times increase over what it was. So it's essentially an entirely new organization compared to what it was, but it has the same staff.
I should also
Um,
point out, for my own credibility, not only are we both in DSA, but I also did my undergraduate thesis on the DSA, so I also have a little bit of research background on it too. So that's where I pull some of these stats from, just for my own,
yeah.
just to say that.
Yeah, I've also been a delegate to one previous YDSA convention, and we're both going to be delegates to this upcoming YDSA convention.
Yeah.
So we are wrapped up in this
Right.
real deep. But anyway, so essentially, I would definitely argue that the rank and file membership of DSA and YDSA is much more radical than the staff, which have not been replaced yet. There have been talks, especially recently at this upcoming DSA convention, to like do some pretty awesome shit, like make the national director an elected position, whereas right now she's just staff.
Yeah, the fact that that isn't already true is kind of the
Yeah.
point that I'm making about them being conservative.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know
Exactly.
that until you just said that the head of the DSA is not an elected official, and now I feel even further away from the DSA.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's because the reason they give for that is because the national director is not supposed to be the head of DSA, but it definitely comes across as that way. The
Right.
group that's supposed to be the head is the NCC. No, the NPC, which is the National Political Committee,
The non-player
which is like a
character. Yeah, got it. Non-player character. Yeah.
At times it feels like that, I
Right.
suppose.
Right.
But it's like a 16-person body, and they have like two co-chairs, and so it's not like there's not really any individual person on there that like can claim the mantle of looking like they're the face of DSA, which I think is part of the problem.
Right.
And so as a result, the national director, who's essentially just a staffer and like the lead staffer, becomes the face of DSA.
Yeah.
Um, even though her politics are not reflective of DSA and she's not really elected, even though she could in theory be fired by the NPC, but they have not. It's very hard to.
I'm getting fired by the NPC right now.
Yeah, you are. You've been getting fired by the NPCs. It's almost embarrassing.
Yeah,
but...
I know. You felt that one. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't even know. I mean, she's not even a face because I don't even know who the fuck she is. Like,
yeah.
like if like I didn't even know that there was a president. Like, I don't even know how any of it works. I've been in the organization for a year, so like, or almost a year. So, that's like bad.
Yeah, it's definitely related to the isolation between local chapters and the national organization,
right?
Which is also another big problem, and that's also again related to the fact that it's like fucking grown 20 times in size in 5 years, and none of them have the infrastructure ready to accommodate that kind of growth.
Right.
But it's also a very big issue that needs to be remedied as soon as possible.
I probably shouldn't be naked all the time.
I was wondering if that was an intentional choice.
I mean, you know.
I guess. Did you just pick that stuff up?
No, I just hadn't really been thinking about it. I'll just wear some trash for clothes. That's fine. That's fine.
Strap some garbage on.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's fine. I like trash.
The guy sells some. Oh God, you're gonna die.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I think the merchant you found sells a little bit of shitty armor.
Yeah, he sells like chainmail and stuff, but I'm just gonna go with what gets dropped.
Mm-hmm. Scavenge.
Thoughts and prayers is a scavenger at heart.
Okay, where was I going?
Oh, who knows?
So yeah, there's a big divide between national and local chapters. There's a big divide between staff and the elected leadership, as well as the rank and file membership. And these are all symptoms of DSA's very intense growing pains that's trying to grow out of. But you know, on the bright side, there are a lot of resolutions addressing these sort of things, especially at this coming convention.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the bright side. Like, there's a long way to go to make DSA what it needs to be.
Right.
But it's going in the right direction, and it is also the largest socialist group, almost in U.S. history. At this point.
I believe it is. I believe it is in U.S. history.
The IWW was at 100,000 members at its peak, but it looks like.
But was the IWW explicitly socialist, or was it just a union of unions?
They were definitely explicitly anarchists, at least.
Okay.
Which I assume would imply socialists in their case.
Maybe so, but not in your case. See, and so.
Well, I mean, I was referencing like ANCAPs, anarcho-capitalists, who like to me, I recognize that anarchism comes from socialism.
I mean, I think those are two different strains,
yeah.
But that's a whole different conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, another topic.
Yeah, because there were anarchists before there was socialism.
That's true. That's true.
Uh-oh. Busted.
Oh.
I was hoping to do this without getting hit, but...
Not quite.
Oh, well.
Man, I'm still upset that you're using a club like a noob.
Yeah, like a total weeb. Right.
Your fist like a real...
Like a real thought and prayer.
You would need some to win this.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm fine.
You probably are gonna get it.
Oh, wow. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. I can't wait to just shit talk you while you play. No,
It's
I'm
gonna be
kidding.
very easy to do.
No, yeah, yeah. I'm
It's-
doing I'm doing pretty good so far. I've died more than I would have liked, but I'm
you
feeling
have
it.
been talking in the meantime.
Yeah, that's part of it too. But you know, hey, look, we can't all be good at Dark Souls, okay?
Oh,
Sometimes we just play for fun.
exactly.
Um,
And it's not like anyone's gonna watch this, so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
basically
exactly.
what we're
Yeah, we're
doing.
just talking to each other anyway. It's all just for the fun of it. Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about because we got in a little bit in the weeds with DSA and that's good. But like
Mhm.
let's talk about like why we want to do this.
Sure. I feel like we already talked about that.
Well, yeah, we talked about what the idea is, but like, what do we what why do we want to combine these things?
Yeah. I don't know. Part of it is because Patrick moved off to Texas recently, and I miss him. I would like to go.
That's so sweet.
Oh,
Thanks, buddy.
so that is a component of
Yes.
this way. I get to keep bugging him, but it's
Yes.
also part of the hope is to demystify socialist politics and normalize it, etc., all that good stuff.
Right.
And to give people like I suppose a decent and hopefully enjoyable outlet for I guess you could call it political education.
I mean, I can do decent, but enjoyable. I don't know if we're gonna hit that mark.
Yeah, we did promise not to be funny.
We did.
So
We
that might be
promised that.
helpful.
We promised that at the beginning. Yeah. I mean, for my part, I think that like you brought up Kyle Kalinske, and
Yeah,
also have you noticed
who's
I've.
not a
Oh, that's true. Is that right? I thought he was.
oh, he's like hardcore social democrat. It's part
Oh.
of my growing
Oh.
him.
Interesting. Also, notice I've only done strength so far. So I have 21 strength and nothing else.
It's gonna I couldn't tell if it was because of how grainy it is right now, but that's a lot of strength.
Yeah, 21 strength and 11 everything else. So, um, that's how Thoughts and Prayers does it.
Uh-huh,
She's a bad bitch. I like that you mentioned Kyle Klinsky and others like that. I guess he's not a socialist, but others I can think of. Well, I don't want to start labeling people as stuff because people have different
Yeah,
definitions and they might not
yeah.
appreciate that. But like some of the people that I really like to watch are Crystal and Sagar, who used to
Mhm.
be on Rising at the Hill, but are now on their own show, and good on them. They're amazing. Breaking Points. I really like Thought Slime. Have you watched Thought Slime?
No, I have not.
Oh, Thought Slime's dope. He
I
was.
think you mentioned him to me. I
Hmm.
should probably check him out.
Yeah, he's awesome. He does a bunch of or he used to do a bunch of political stuff. I mean, the stuff he still does is political, but he's kind of been taking his channel in a different direction recently, which is good. But just to keep branching out creatively. Okay, this part is a
Yeah.
death hallway. They're gonna poison. They're
Yeah,
gonna poison me. I just know it.
worst part of the game.
Yeah, right
That
here.
was.
Right here. This is the worst. This and the bed of chaos is the worst part. Um, but yep, poison. No, I knew it.
There it
I
is.
knew it.
There it
I
is.
knew it.
Here it comes.
Yep. Ah, there it is. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. BJG, Brianna Joy Gray, the best, the best. Oh my God, she's like my hero. And like all good heroes, she will eventually let me down. And no, I hope not. But these are people who are on the internet, on YouTube, talking about leftist stuff, talking about politics in a way that is very anti, corporate media style.
Yeah.
And but but all of them are like commentary folks. I mean, Thought Slime's funny, so he does comedy as well. But they're all it's all commentary type stuff. And for my part, I think it would be cool and interesting to have the visuals of us hanging out playing Dark Souls
Yeah.
and other games while we talk about these things, so that you could have it on in the background, or you could have it just to watch. People like Dark Souls. I think
People
still.
like Dark Souls.
I think people still
Famously.
like it. Yeah. So,
It is kind of a dead franchise now.
well, yeah, but I think it'll live on for many years to come. And then when Elden Ring comes out, if we're still doing this, we can play that one too. But
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities of games to branch out to,
yeah,
like Bloodborne, etc.
I wrote a not that this has anything to do with the stream, but I wrote a paper for my culture class this past quarter, my graduating quarter, and I wrote about the original Red Dead Redemption, and it's pretty awesome. Just talking about how it subverted the tropes of the American Western and the cowboy and what those things represent and what those stories are typically about. And,
Yeah.
it was a whole thing about that, which was a lot of fun to write. And then I sent it to my dad because he likes to read the stuff that I write. And because he's, supportive and, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I don't have a tragic backstory. And
Oh,
he sent back after I wrote all that. He's like, "Do you really think that the people that made the game really meant all that stuff, or do you think that it just sort of worked out that way?" And I was like, um. I was like, well, let's put it this way, Dad. It took me a day to write this 5-page paper, and it took them, like, I don't know, 2 to 4 years to research and develop this game. So, yeah, probably. They probably meant some of that stuff.
yeah, I would hope so. But yeah, for my part, I would say that I've been a long time fan of just like podcasts about politics. Well, not necessarily podcasts, but maybe a more accurate term would be lectures about like political theory,
Yeah.
which I can listen to on Spotify. And I've also, growing up, watched a lot of video games on YouTube,
Right.
etc.
Right.
And this is like a combination of those things where, the dream is that people can watch and enjoy this game in the background and also learn a thing or two if we do our jobs.
I kind of misheard you, and I thought you said learn nothing, which I thought, yeah, that's probably right. Yeah. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have delusions of
no.
grandeur. But yeah.
Well, at least we're being realistic.
At least we're being
guess.
honest with ourselves. Yeah. All right, I gotta do the part that everybody loves / hates, where I stab it in the butt.
I thought you were gonna say, time to end the video.
No.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
No, I'm not. Okay. All right, let's make a pledge right now. You and me. We're making a pledge. We never, ever, ever, ever say those words. No sponsors.
Yeah.
No sponsors. No fucking like and subscribe. I'm not doing this for the fucking algorithm. I'm gonna have a day job here in a bit. You're gonna be in school. This ain't, this is just for the love of the game and the love of the theory.
Of course. Right. I feel like it's definitely going to be a bit where I'm going to just say like and subscribe at the end.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please don't. Please. Every week we should be sponsored by a new ridiculous thing. So we should.
Starting with Woodstock's Pizza.
With what? With Woodstock's Pizza? Well, that's like a local thing, and that's not ridiculous. And we could also probably get sued. So that would be cool. That'd be fun. Yeah, I'd like to get sued someday.
Give us some cred.
Yeah,
street cred.
I'd like to. I don't know if it would give us street cred. I think it would just get us shut down. But let's say let's each have one each week. I'd say that today's sponsor is the letter B.
The letter B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sesame Street style.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I can vibe with B.
Yeah.
Not just my favorite letter, but it's okay.
What's your favorite letter?
That's a good question. I'm so happy you asked.
Yeah.
I'll probably C.
You're gonna see what?
I'm just gonna.
You can't see my face, so you don't know if I'm messing with you or not. What's so good about C?
I don't know. I think it's the first letter of my last name, which I will not. I probably shouldn't have said any of that. God damn it.
But you said my whole name. You doxed me on air.
Well, I'm sorry. That was shitty of me. I shouldn't have done it.
Well, here, let's give even more away. Your last name is my middle name. which is interesting.
Really? I didn't.
Yeah,
Did you tell me that?
we've
before?
talked about that. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I did not
It was
realize that.
almost my first name.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been told it's a good first name by
You've
friends,
been
and I have.
you've been told that it's a good first name. You don't just have that thought yourself.
Well, so I one of my best friends just started calling me by my last name.
Oh, okay,
Um,
yeah.
and she's just like, it would be a good first name. You should think about changing,
Yeah, yeah.
switching them up.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think C has like a nice hard sound, you know. It's got a lot of
Yeah, but you can get that with K.
yeah, but I don't know. K's not as elegant in its
Wow.
aesthetic.
Wow. So you're more of a Caesar than a Kaiser. Is that what I'm getting?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Wow. You know, I don't think we can be friends anymore.
What? Oh my God.
It's so dramatic.
That's what did it. Not
So
anything else.
nothing else about the two of us is what drove us apart. It's Kaiser all the way. You got to get those hard K's, those Germanic,
Kaiser,
those
Kaiser.
yeah, those Germanic or Slavic K's. None of this Latin shit. I guess
That's fair. Latin,
I guess
Latin,
I am a linguistic Nazi or whatever the fuck you called me, purist.
Yeah, you all you really are.
I didn't know this. I'm learning this on video. I didn't know this about myself.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, what's your favorite? Death number 5?
Death number 5. Write it down.
Yep, I am.
Right.
Keeping tally. What's your favorite letter, Patrick?
Oh boy. And we should probably wrap it up here pretty soon, don't you think?
This is the big, bombshell we got.
This is gonna come as a surprise to most. But my favorite letter is that I actually don't know. I'm not leading up to it a bit. I actually don't know what the answer is.
God damn it.
Yeah. I like J a lot.
Yeah, J's good.
I like J a lot. Sort of an unsung hero of the alphabet.
I'd say J is also has a certain elegance to it.
Yeah. S does a lot of work.
Are you really gonna run across this bridge right now?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Sometimes I make it and sometimes I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever made it.
Yeah. You can make it. I just kind of fucked it up. Let's try again, because I got nothing to lose.
Accept the respect of our 7 viewers.
No. I have nothing to lose but... What? What, Taylor? What do I have to lose? Nothing to lose but...
Did you not hear what I said?
No, I did, but I'm trying to get you to finish the phrase. I have nothing to lose but my chains, Taylor. I have nothing to lose but my chains. We're socialists.
Yeah, that's not like
If it isn't snappy and easy to remember, then I don't want it.
I mean, you could also lose your flesh as it gets burned off by this little dragon buddy here.
I don't really have a whole lot of flesh.
That's a good point.
My hair game is always good though. No matter how much I dye, my hair always looks good with that low bun, the low bun.
Okay. I guess this is where we sign off then. Huh?
I said that S does a lot of work in the alphabet, and you didn't respond.
We were kind of busy. I mean, you're right, but that's kind of true of all. Well, no, S is not a vowel, but I feel like all the vowels do more work.
Oh yeah, vowels do tons of work. Made it.
Wow.
See?
I'm kind of surprised that.
Oh.
Don't speak too soon.
Oh. Don't call it a comeback. All right.
Good.
Yep, I got it.
There we go.
Not that it matters, because this is like a completely useless bonfire, but that's fine.
So congratulations.
Yeah. I think this bonfire is a good place to call it quits after I just murder some more Krogs. This episode brought to you by the letter B. Oh, you gotta say who your sponsor is.
Oh, we have like individual sponsors.
Yeah, we each do a sponsor. Yeah, so I'm sponsored today by the letter B.
All right, interesting. Well, I am sponsored by Noam Chomsky,
Wow.
since
Well,
I talked about him so much.
that's a
Clearly, I was doing some fan
that's a
service.
big one. That
Yeah,
he's
that's a
hard to
big one,
get.
isn't it?
He's hard to get.
Um, he can be. Yeah, I think his bar has been lowering
I
recently.
think I think he's maybe senile. Yeah. Um.
Oh no. Uh,
It just
I don't want to do defamation on you.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is anyone who was with it and they were like, yeah, I left us. Okay, yeah, good. And then I'm like, yeah, Noam Chomsky's senile and Bernie's a class traitor, and they're like, all right, we're out. We're gone. We're not gonna listen to this anymore.
Oh
um,
boy.
yeah. All right. So until next time, we'll either continue the adventures of thoughts and prayers or see what your character, Hot Chomsky,
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
going to be up to. So we'll figure that out
Take a
for.
peek at the journey of Hot Chomsky.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll see where that is for next time.